Hey Virgo, it is Camille here with your December 2018 reading. Before we get into it, I did want to say that I am offering my $5 readings until the end of December as part of a holiday special. So if you want to gift that to yourself or to someone else, or if this reading resonates, especially if it does not, go ahead and hit me up for that until the end of December. Without further ado, let's get into what it's having for you. We did have one card that came out. Let's see what else we can get. Beautiful. Beautiful. So we're coming to the reading. What popped out was the Ace of Swords. Starting off December with these brand new ideas, these brand new dreams, this forging forward in a way, the blessings of new ideas and of new adventures and of new ventures. Then we move here into the Seven of Pentacles, and then we end off the reading with the World card here, and then we have anchoring your reading, the Major Arcana Libra, Justice. All right. So for some of you, there has been a work situation that you feel has been unfair and that maybe has curtailed your ability to make more money. That's coming up. By the end of December, the scales will be balanced back into your favor and you have a world of options from them to choose. For others of you, this could be a relationship. There's elements here of things not being fair. But then in December, you kind of move forward and you charge forward despite what you think may be happening that's unfair, despite what you think may be challenging you. I did want to say, before I get even more entangled into my words, if it matters to you, Mercury is in retrograde and I am a Gemini rising. So Mercury rules me. So I'm trying my best to speak as clearly as possible, but of course, that makes it more hard. And also I speak fast to begin with. So please bear with me. But there's like a flipping of the table here. In personal relationships, I'm hearing more family, friends oriented, but of course it would have to do with love. And especially in a work relationship, especially if you feel like it has stunted your growth and stunted your money, what December then offers you is an option to move beyond that. Either to get a new job, to get a new relationship, to see the relationship differently, and to kind of transcend. And by leaving the situation behind, I'm hearing, or you can be in the situation, that is how it's becoming more fair. So when we come into the reading with the Ace of Swords, that kind of sets the reading off, sets December off in this passion of communication, this passion of idea, this passion of thought. So this is moving forward into December, having had a new idea, having a new beginning. You know, aces always represent our new beginnings, and swords more or less represent a new challenge, a new adventure, like Camelot going on an adventure or Hercules going on an adventure. We think of all these heroes and heroines that start off, you know, with their swords ready to charge forth. So this is a return to some type of momentum. You're having more clarity of thought. Now I know our planet is going retrograde, so you're also ruled by Mercury. So there could be this fogginess, but December is kind of defined for you by this one sharp instinct of clarity with one area of your life. So there's one area of your life that you may have gotten like a download of, this is how I do this, or, you know, this is how I move forward, or this is what I'm going to do. You know, Mercury retrograde does have its hiccups, but what it is very good for is review. So you may have thought about something long enough that you all of a sudden got a new idea about how to move forward. You got a new idea about how to talk to this person, or how to let that person go, or how to move forward into this job, or how to move forward in this relationship. So this is starting December on this kind of note of feeling like you're championed in some area of your life, where you got this insight, you got this new idea, whether you literally got it from somewhere else, or whether you just downloaded it, or whether it became more clear to you, it was maybe operating in the background, and you're like, not yet, not yet, not yet. December is when you start it. So this is starting the relationship, starting a new job, starting whatever this new adventure is for you. Put yourself into that hero's journey type of mindset and really begin it this month. we move here into the Seven of Pentacles. So there's a difference here between speed. I mean, we're working with the difference here between speed and gravity. So we have the Ace of Swords, which represents mental acuity. Air is always moving this way, that way. It's fast. And then we have the Pentacles, which are more grounding, more slow, and more solid. So what I see for you is that you're starting off this month because you've gotten good news. That's going to also be the Ace of Swords. Good news, good information, things coming your way, communications coming your way, a good message and good luck coming your way in the beginning of December, in whatever area of your life that you probably earnestly really need it in, right? And then you really want to capitalize on it, and you really want to do this and do that. And the Seven of Pentacles towards the middle of the month kind of sees you feeling stuck. And I want to say feeling stuck because you actually aren't. The Seven of Pentacles is someone who has stopped cultivating, stopped trying. You know, in this case, it's because you want the big Ten of Pentacles, you want the big relationship, you want the big job, you want to sign on the dotted line, you want to take it to the next level, you want something to substantiate this. You want this to become a thing. And so the Seven of Pentacles sees you kind of pausing. It sees you kind of saying, is this really going to work? It sees you saying, is this really the right person? It sees you asking and wondering, was that really the right idea? Should I really have left that job? Or should I really have accepted that job? Or should I have really accepted to go, you know, whatever small or big thing it is for you? But the Seven of Pentacles comes with it the reminder to keep going. Because if you want the 8, the 9, the 10 of Pentacles, if you want the big thing, there's this kind of attitude you need to have of slow growth then creates much bigger progress. So we can have these microwave successes, which kind of represents the Ace of Swords of like, I have this sudden idea and now I want to do it and now I want to make it work. So we need that, but we also need the hard, slow working thing. So if this is a job that's coming in, a relationship that you want to work for, not only do you have 7 of the Pentacles already, so you do have some of the abundance, you do have some of the things that you need, you do have some of the good luck, you do have some of the good fortune. The only thing that's coming in for you is that you want it to move quicker. So let this be a caution to you to kind of take life at the pace that it comes for you. Don't try to rush it. You are kind of getting this big win, this big zhuzh of inspiration, of intuition, of good luck in the beginning of your month that then becomes something. It starts percolating, but then you have the tendency to want to stop and to want to give up, especially Virgo, with the tendency to want to stop doing things that they're not literally perfect or perfect how you see perfect to be. So you have abundance, you have a lot of good things coming in. The only caution is to get out of your mind about it and to not be so analysis paralysis that you're like, it needs to be this way, it should have been that way, it should have happened quicker, it should be with that person, it should be with that person. Just accept where you are and accept what it is and trust that this is still going to be guiding you, that it's still going to be moving you towards that ultimate goal and that ultimate dream that you're getting. And then we end the month here with the World card. The World card, I always like to say, you've probably heard me say it, it's the honorary Sagittarius card. And so a lot of Sagittarius is coming up during the Sagittarius season type of readings. So this is to say you're reaping everything by the end of December. It's kind of like the year closes off and we're kind of gathering before the door closes on this year and we have to begin again. So it's kind of like whatever this new idea was, whatever this new good fortune was, you're seeing a lot of it being developed, you're seeing a lot of it happen, and then it actually does end, or it comes to a final culmination, it comes to the next level of development, I'll say, because we have to always keep on going in Sagittarius season. But the World card also speaks to this levity. So where we had air, we had the freedom of thought and idea and intuition, boundless, and then we're kind of held by our gravities here of like, it needs to work out that way. I need to see it in the real world, and I need to see it in my bank account. I need to see it sleeping next to me in my bed. I need to be this and do that. By the end of September, you're kind of December, you're kind of reaching this place where you feel more free. You feel more in tune with the intuition. You feel more in tune with your dreams. And while you are trying to make it work, you are still the 7 of Pentacles, you are still harvesting, you are still cultivating, the world kind of sees you more going with the flow. It also sees more options opening up for you. The 7 of Pentacles can easily be you thinking it has to go one way, and Pentacles are really heavy and stuck and earthbound. They have more gravity and less movement. So then by the end of the month, you're entertaining much more options. You're seeing, oh, it could be done this way, or oh, it could be with that person, or oh, I didn't know that there is that workaround, or there is that reach around, and whatever this dream, whatever this idea, whatever this momentum of thought and this high-mindedness. The World card is also a card of high-mindedness, so you might be getting more spiritual inclinations or getting things in spiritual communities. So where you start the month on this high of I have this idea, and then you really try to work for it in your Virgo type of ways, which is like I need to see it, I need to do it, I need to touch it, I need to make it with my hands. You end the month by saying, okay, once I let go of that impulse to kind of control it and need it to be how I want it to be, that is when a world of options open up and you see how you can do it this way and you can do it that way. And you have much more freedom and you have much more flexibility. So if this is a person that you want to come in, or a thing that you want to heal physically, or money that you want to come in, or a new job that you want to come in, your best laid plans are in letting life work for you. And that doesn't mean, taking your hands off the steering wheel, but it does mean don't be so rigid about which way the car has to turn. Just let the journey unfold. And when you do that, you realize there's so much more riches than you could have ever anticipated on your trip. And we do have anchoring the reading this Justice card. So whatever propelled this idea, it either came out of this sense of unfairness. Now, unfairness means so many things to people. Unfairness can feel as big as life is not fair, or it can feel as small as that person treated me unfairly. So whatever this momentum, this new idea, it's coming out of this place of I want to balance things back in my life. Now, we do seek balance when things become unfair or unjust, but also just balance in general, where you feel like you've been doing too much of this, or they needed too much of your attention, or that thing didn't feel quite as right, and that thing didn't feel quite as right. The momentum and the things that you're accomplishing this month are in direct proportion to that unfairness. So wherever you felt out of balance in November is then where you are finding your balance back in December. And I do have to say that the Justice card is the Libra card, so it does have to do with other people. It does have to do with legal contracts. It does have to do with our relationships with others. And we see here again a mirroring of holding the sword. So if you're in this place where someone has did you wrong, where someone, was not the kindest to you, or someone took something away from you, or perceived like they took something away from you, or they did not show up for you in a way that was fair or just, and it hurt your feelings, by the end of this month, you're finding resolution there, either through proper communication or getting a message from them, or just through you living your life in other ways, in other directions, so that automatically fixes itself. And also, the Justice card is more this universal type of karma, where we can go out and try to make things balanced. If it has to do with another person, we can try to make them apologize, or try to do vengeance, or try to do this and try to do that. But she represents Libra. The Justice card here represents more of a universal karma, where the scales are being balanced behind our back, and karma sees what's going on, and karma knows what happens, and things are being worked out in that way. So there's nothing that could be taken away from you that is not then going to soon come back to you or be taken away from another person. But you don't need to have your eyes on that. You don't need to have your focus there. You instead need to have your focus on this beautiful thing that you are building, whether it's job, whether it's money, or whether it's with another person. Libra, the card of relationship. So big time, beautiful month for you here, Virgo. Really getting your affairs in order. You're really getting this big insight, this big download of energy right in the beginning of the month, and then you're spending the rest of your month really cultivating that and really moving towards that. And once you do that, and you do it in a way that's a little bit more flexible, you are getting the pentacles, you are getting the money, you are getting the job, you are getting the person, but don't hold on too tight, because that's not the end of your story, because then the entire world opens up for you here at the end of December. And it is bringing you back into this place of peace, this place of balance. I spoke about it last month, and I'm talking about it a little bit this month. Venus was in retrograde for a long time, for all of last month and part of September. So all of last month and part of October and part of September. So a long time. And then Libra, of course, is ruled by Venus. So things that were kind of ripped from your life, or that felt sad, or that felt unjust and unharmonious with other people, are then being made up for by either those relationships heal themselves and move forward, or you find new relationships with new people that are much more balanced and much more beautiful and much more worthy of you. And those relationships could be romantic, or jobs, or partnerships, or friendships, or family. So don't limit yourself only to romance, but of course it could mean romance anyway. I know you guys like that. So that has been your reading. Of course, if you need something more specific to you, I am just one email away. But until then, I hope that you enjoy the rest of your month, and I will see you here in the new year. Take care.